What is up, everybody? It's Cody with Blood Money MMA Bets, and I'm back for a new year for 2024 breakdown. Starting a new year, starting it fresh. Got some good bets. Got some decent cards coming up. UFC 297 looks pretty good, but we're gonna at least get this UFC 84 card back, Vegas 84 card, so we can get some fights back, man. Have some fun, dude. It's been a long time without these fights. I'm making this post on New Year's Day, and we're gonna start this year off good, man. I want to do a quick recap of UFC 296 that we ended the year on. Because as I said before, every one of your cappers, all your people should be doing a recap every single week of their picks, of their bets, whatever, at least something. Let you know how they did. You cannot just keep it moving to the next week like nothing good or bad happened the week before. So we're going to do a quick recap of UFC 296, and then, like I said, we'll get into some other stuff, and then we'll get right into these UFC Vegas 84 bets. So UFC 296 recap, I went 4-1 for plus 12.3 units. You see that, right? I had one parlay. This ain't a bunch of crazy parlays and this and that and 7 parlays. One thing paid 15 units. No, this was just good bets, you know. Shamil Gaziev, got him at plus 155. We had 3 units on him to win 465. Easy money. Leon Edwards, we got him at minus 125 in the Layer Cake Patreon. We got plus 3 units on that, man, and easy money. Pantoja Garbrandt parlay, plus 400 on that. That was plus 134. Easy money. Both them guys won easily. And the fourth winning bet was Bryce Mitchell versus Emmett under 2.5. And I thought that was a pretty clear fight under, you know, either Emmett was going to knock him out if Bryce couldn't get the wrestling going, kind of like Taporia did, or if he got the wrestling going. I didn't believe in Josh Emmett's grappling game, so I thought that Bryce could submit him. So I thought that was a good one, man. That was plus 145, so we got plus 365, 3.65 units on that one. And the one losing bet I had was Pantoja Royval under 2.5 rounds. And Pantoja tried, man. You know, he came out like he always does. He tried to get that win and tried to get the finish. It just didn't work out that way. Royval survived this one. So that brings my official bet record total overall to 303 and 217 for plus 118.95 units, and my 2023 record to 121 and 96 for plus 41.55 units. So that makes 2 winning years, you know, since I've been tracking my bets. I was betting way before I started tracking bets and doing all this, but once I started tracking this, I started from 0. Like I said, there's 303 winning bets, 217 losing bets, and you can track all of them back to the first bet at Instagram. I've always placed every single bet slip before the week of the fight. So like I said, 2 years winning, you know, 118 units total profit, no live betting mixed in there, no shenanigans, just straight up good bets. 2023 is going to be the biggest year. 2024 is going to be the biggest year for Blood Money, for Layer Cake Patreon, for Layer Cake Discord, for everybody. I'm telling you, third year, this is a prove it year, and I plan to prove that I am the best in this game. I put in too much work to not be the best. I got a new work schedule, so I feel like that's going to help me out a lot on getting more time for tape study, family time, all that stuff. So happy New Year, 2024. It's time to start this year, you know, and I can't wait to show you how legendary this year is going to be. Everybody, please like this video. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel and you like free money, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be giving out the free picks, bets, everything all week long, every single week of the fights. We had like I said, another good year, but this year I'm getting 100 units. I'm getting plus 100 units. Like I said, no crazy parlays, no live bets to add to my stuff. It's just going to be straight up good bets. And we're going to start off the first week with some excellent bets. I want to give a shout out to my people in the Layer Cake Patreon. I appreciate you guys for supporting me all year and really making me work harder than I might have if not having you guys. So I appreciate you guys having faith in me, and we've been killing it. Like I said, plus 41.55 units. We definitely made some units this year. Underdog Fantasy. I got my partnership with the Underdog Fantasy. It's where you can place fantasy MMA fantasy MMA picks. So it's like pick'ems where you go higher or lower on takedowns, significant strikes, finishes, all different kinds of stuff. It's super fun. And if you want to help your boy out and really support him, then you have clicked the link in the description, but it's at if you've never signed up for an account, it's Underdog Fantasy, and you use the promo code Blood Money, and that's going to get you 100% deposit match up to $100. And then, like I said, it'll help me out a lot. I appreciate them guys coming out and doing a partnership with me. You know, I worked real hard to and kept it good and kept everything clean, nice, everything to be able to get good partnerships like this. So I appreciate if anybody wants to support me that way. Also, my dude at Face Meat Fist, Dr. Andrew Sarowitz, man, I really appreciate him looking out. Like I said, you got facemeatfist.com, you got Face Meat Fist on Instagram, and that's where my new clothing line, the Blood Money MMA clothing line, is going to be at. I got some clothes on the way here. I was hoping to get them, but holiday shopping or holiday shipping and all that obviously stopped me from being able to get them. But I will have them for the next live show or next show I do. But yeah, man. Face Meat Fist, he's got all kinds of awesome designs, all kinds of awesome t-shirts, and then he's going to have my Blood Money thing there. So you go to facemeatfist.com, or you're going to go to Face Meat Fist on Instagram, and then you'll go to the Blood Money section, and you'll see all my different stuff. I got sweatshirts, crew neck sweatshirts, regular t-shirts in any color with the awesome new Blood Money logo. So if anybody wants to check all that stuff out, I should have that shop up and running in the next couple of weeks, and I'll definitely let everybody know. Okay, real quick, I do want to go over some of my Blood Money Discord. Let's see, my Blood Money Discord, winning bets from UFC 296, because they really killed it on there. I like to shout these guys out. The Layer Cake Discord is free. The link is in the description. It's got all kinds of awesome people in it, and they all hit good bets, man. They're good at betting all sports. So let's see what they were able to do there. So you see, for the UFC 296, we had a ton of winners in the Layer Cake. My boy Norashi hit 1,200, man, on this with the Aldana over 2.5 and Pantoja bet, man. That was an excellent win. My girl, my dude, Mikey's wife, Nikki Yaw. What is up, Nikki Yaw? She had this excellent parlay. Tagir Ulanbekov, Alonzo Menafield, Cody Garbrandt. Come on, man. 5 to win 38. Excellent, excellent hit, Nikki. Right here, I have oh yeah, here's Nikki. She said her phone accidentally placed this bet in her pocket on Pantoja minus 205, and that was a great pocket bet. Doesn't get much better than that. So we got right here, my dude, Yo El Tony Gambino with the big win with the Shavkat, Patty, Tagir, and Alonzo Menafield, 500 to win 3,800. What a big win, Yo El Tony Gambino. So shout out to you, Nikki, with another big win with Patty, Shavkat, over 1.5 Leon Edwards, over 1.5 Pantoja, and another one with the Shavkat over. Hit all them bets. Let's see. OGNGM had Cody Garbrandt, Patty Pimblett, Shavkat, and Leon Edwards, 500 to win 2,100. Excellent hit right there. Let's see what Ethan has. And Alexandre Pantoja, Leon Edwards, and Shavkat to win by TKO or submission. What a crazy bet. That was a great bet. Yeah, man, my boy Aki is always out here killing it. I appreciate Aki. Shout out to Aki. He's always in the Patreon too, giving out good bets and just being a cool dude. But the round robin with Gaziev, Garbrandt, Shavkat, Pantoja, and Irene Aldana. Look at that, 10 to win 36. Those are excellent odds. Out here with another round robin, 15 paid 24 with Feely, Aldana, Mitchell. Let's see. Oh, because it was round robin. The Mitchell one fell off. Excellent bets. 10 pick parlay plus 11,100. This is Alex76_19 with the Gazia, Feely, Tagir, Lipsky, Garbrandt, Aldana, Patty, Rachmanov, Pantoja, and Leon Edwards. $1 to win $112. Shout out, Alex. That's a crazy, crazy win, man. Shout out. We got Harry Mango here with Cody Garbrandt. At least one round completed in Shavkat, Pantoja, Edwards. 10 to win 71. What an excellent bet. Ali Baby XO out here with the big win. Mixed in Tim Elliott, Yadong San, Khalil Roundtree, Josh Emmett, the big underdog, the Rockets, man, hitting crazy big parlays out here. Crazy big. 80 cents to return 178 and hit that. What a crazy win, man. Daniel, Pantoja, Garbrandt, that's as easy as it gets. Leon Edwards, look at that, minus 138. Excellent bets. Under 2.5 in the Josh Emmett. Look at you hitting them big bets, Daniel. Let's go, man. Tibir Ulanbekov by submission plus 350. What a bet, Snerius. Damn, you hit that bet on the head. My boy Flav, what is up? Had Pantoja, Royval, Gabriel, Aldana, Tiger, Lucas, hit all them bets. That's a 6-fight parlay. Crazy hit. Here's one here. We have Boudet, fight won't go distance. Feely, no. For fight goes the distance. Irene Aldana in the over 2.5. And Royval, excellent hits, man. And let's see. We have Uterus right here. What a excellent card you picked there. Only missed 2. Let's see. Donovan with the big win right here with Edwards, Covington, Mobile Arena picking Edwards. Score 5-0, 1 risk. Excellent, man. Okay. So like I said, Layer Cake Discord, Layer Cake, the Layer Cake Discord is awesome, man. It's got a ton of great people in it with excellent bets and stocks and everything. It's free, so check out that link in the description. Now it is time. Now it's time to get into the real thing, man. UFC 80, Vegas 84. It's a rematch with Walker and Ankalaev. They just fought a couple months ago. Obviously, it was a no contest when Ankalaev kneed him in the face for no reason. But there's a couple good matches, man. You got another rematch with Matheus, Nicolau, and Manel Kape, which is going to be awesome. You got Ricky Simone versus Bautista. So this is going to be a really, really good card. I already found some betting spots. So with the Layer Cake Parlay or Layer Cake Patreon, I'm sorry, you can get in that. I already have 4 bets for this card, so I'm almost got all 5 of my bets. Then I have 2 bets for UFC 297 and 2 bets for UFC Vegas 84. So I have 8 bets posted right now. So if you want to get in the Layer Cake Patreon, get on my early bets, my winning bets, join the team and win for the whole year. It's going to cover anything you pay into the Layer Cake, you're going to get back 10 times. So appreciate everybody that joins that. But like I said, 8 bets. If you want to go check it out, links in the description. Layer Cake Patreon. All right, let's get into it, man. Let's see. First fight that I have for UFC Vegas 84 for the new year is Westin Wilson versus Gene Silva. Okay, Westin Wilson is 16-8, currently sitting at plus 550. He's 34 years old, almost 35. He'll be 35 by the time they fight. 6'1" with the 73-inch reach. Gene Silva is 11-2, currently sitting at minus 800, 27 years old, 5'7" with the 69-inch reach. So you'll see that Westin is going to be 6 inches taller with 4 inches of reach. And that's a big thing. But yeah, man, Westin Wilson, he's a karate guy, fights from Stephen Thompson's gym, Wonder Boy's gym. Probably what got him into the UFC. He was on a decent little run before he got here, but over very low level competition, 9-19, 4-3, 8-5. Came in, had a very short notice fight against Joe Anderson Brito, which was a huge mistake. He got beat up a little bit on the feet. They went to the ground. He almost got Brito in a knee bar and then was punched to sleep for holding on to that knee bar too long. But he's got decent karate, decent stand-up. He just doesn't have no striking defense. And then this is in the small cage. Most karate guys, they don't keep their hands up, you know. It doesn't seem like he can take a punch very well. He is pretty good on the ground. He's got 16 wins. And I believe he's got 14 submissions. Yeah, 11 submissions, 5 KOs. He's finished all of his wins, and he has 8 losses, and in them 8 losses, you see here, he's been finished 6 times, 4 submissions, 2 KOs. Gene Silva, man, this guy's aggressive. You've seen him on the Contender Series have a great fight with a 22-year-old up-and-coming star. It seems like, I think that kid will make it back to the UFC for sure. But Gene Silva was able to take the boxing of the young kid, and he was able to just hit him with bigger power shots. He showed a way better kicking game. He has some flying knees and stuff like that. But yeah, Kevin Vallejos, that kid was good, man. 11-0, had finished all of his opponents, but Gene was able to walk him down. You know, at first he let that kid come out, do what he was going to do. He took some notes, you know, read what the kid was throwing, and then he just started beating him up. It was a really good fight, but he didn't get the finish. But that kid was super tough. He hurt him a couple times, but you see here, man, he's finished all of his opponents up until that. Like, he's got 8 KOs, 2 subs. He's finished every single one of his opponents. He's got KOs. He's got submissions, but he's more of a KO guy. You see, he's got flying knees. He's got KO power in both hands, and he's got good jiu-jitsu. So I think he can beat Westin Wilson wherever this fight goes. The line's crazy, minus 800, but I would just take Gene Silva to get the finish. I think he gets it done in under 1.5 rounds. That's usually how Westin Wilson gets finished. He's been finished round one. So 4 out of his last 5 losses are round 1 finishes. So I would go with Gene Silva by round 1 finish. Next fight is going to be a banger, man. Tom Nolan versus Nikolas Motta at the lightweight division. Tom Big Train Nolan is 6-0, currently sitting at -270. He's 23 years old, 6'3" with the 76-inch reach. Nikolas Motta is 13-5, currently sitting at +200. 30 years old, 5'9" with the 70.5-inch reach. So you see Big Train is 6 inches taller with 5.5 inches of reach. And in the small cage, that's going to help him, you know. Tom Nolan, this kid is a junkyard dog, like a pit bull. I don't know about a junkyard dog yet. We got to see that, but like he goes for it from the opening bell. Very, very long, rangy kickboxing. He throws long punches in combo. He throws excellent front kicks up the middle. He's got really strong clinch knees. You seen on the Contender Series against Bogdan Grad, he was able to freaking smoke him, hurt him on the feet, took him to the ground, and then pounded him out. But yeah, man, he seems really good. The only thing that I didn't like is that he can be taken down. He can be grappled and held on the ground. He had a couple lower level fights where he would be beating up dudes standing up bad. They would land a takedown, and then he would end up reversing it, you know, eventually getting up. But he seems like he throws tons of volume, throws tons of power. It seems like he has excellent cardio, and he's a giant dude, man. And he can knock you out with either hand, knees, all that. Nikolas Motta, we just seen him get beat up by Trey Ogden. He got picked apart for 2 rounds and then should have been submitted in the 3rd, or at least dominated. Was able to get out of that because the ref stopped it too early. So he has really good boxing. He has good counter boxing. He has really good power in his right hand. He's got some really good knockouts, but he himself is not durable, man. He's got 5 losses. He's got 4 TKO losses and 1 submission loss. You've seen him get TKO'd bad. Against Manuel Torres. He got TKO bad against Jim Miller. His last 4 losses are 1st and 2nd round TKO losses, 3 first-round TKOs and 1 second round. So he's not very durable, but he does have good boxing. But the thing is that's really all he does is box. He'll throw a nice left head kick, but if he throws a lot of combos, and if he gets caught in the middle of them combos, he gets put to sleep. And I just don't see where he's really going to win this fight. Tom Nolan did get knocked out in the amateurs, and he does come forward with reckless abandon. And Nikolas Motta does have a really powerful right hand, man, and especially the counter right. So this is going to feed right into the way Nikolas Motta wants to fight. It's just that in the end, I don't think his durability is going to hold up against Tom Nolan, who's throwing knockout shots with both legs, both hands, both knees, everything. So I'm going to take Tom Nolan. I'm going to say this goes under 1.5, and I'm going to say Tom Nolan gets the knockout here. Next fight is in the men's 135-pound division. We got Farid Basharat versus Taylor Lapilus. Basharat is 11-0, currently sitting at -220, 26 years old, 5'8" with a 71-inch reach. Lapilus is 19-3, currently sitting at +190. 5'6" with the 73-inch reach. So you see Basharat's going to be 2 inches taller, but Lapilus will have 2-inch reach advantage. Now this is one of the Basharat brothers. I think he's really good. I don't know if he's as good as his brother Javid, but he definitely does look good, man. Only 26 years old, seems to be improving every fight. You seen last fight against Klitzen Rodriguez, where he was able to come out, just get his grappling going, man. Kept taking Klitzen down. Klitzen was able to stop it at first, but then he tried to grapple too much, and he was getting reversed, and then he got arm triangled when he slowed down by the end of that first round. His fight before that was pretty impressive over Damon Blackshear, because as we see, Damon Blackshear is a good prospect. You know, he's actually really good. He's got good striking, good grappling, and Basharat was able to control the grappling in that fight. He did get his back taken once and almost got triangled at the end of the 3rd round, but he showed excellent wrestling, excellent takedowns, good striking. He has good long kickboxing. He throws a lot of kicks. He's got a good body kick, great leg kick, and his boxing's good. Like I said, really good wrestling, double and single leg. He's heavy on top, like real heavy. Like when he gets on guys, you can see the pressure that he puts on them. They are not moving. He's moving around, transitioning, and that's why he gets a lot of subs, man. I'm pretty high on this kid. Taylor Lapilus, man, I'm pretty high on him too. He's actually really good. He's got long southpaw kickboxing. He knows how to use his range great, because he's always coming forward. He's the one of them guys that's coming forward, feinting you, and he's not even doing nothing. He's putting pressure on you and getting you tired. And then when you throw a punch, because he's in your face, you know, he parries it or gets out of the way and then hits you with the counter punch. And he's freaking good, man. He's got really good kicks. He's got really good body kicks. He's got a really, really nice jab, strong clinch knees and elbows. He can be taken down, but I've never really seen him, besides early in his career. He had a loss. He fought in the UFC before. He had a loss against Eric Perez where he was taken down a couple times. But even in his last fight, when he fought that kid from Ireland on short notice, Loughran, He was taken down a couple times in that fight. He was able to work his way back up, but I think Basharat's a lot bigger and a lot better than that Laughlin kid. So I think that the striking will be pretty even. But I think Basharat will be able to land the takedowns, get some control time. But this is a very tough fight because Lapilus ain't no joke, man. He's been around the world fighting good competition. And he looked pretty good in his debut. Back was second run in the UFC. So give me Basharat, but I'm going to say by decision, and it's going to be a very tough fight in my opinion. Next fight is going to be fun, man. We got Felipe Bunes versus Joshua Van. Felipe Bunes is 13-6, currently sitting at plus 150. He's 34 years old, 5'7" with a 71-inch reach. Joshua Van is 9-1, currently sitting at minus 180. 22 years old, 5'5" with the 65-inch reach. So you see Bunes will have 2 inches of height and 6 inches of reach. Felipe Bunes, man, odd story, 34 years old, getting a shot at the UFC. Only had 2 wins in a row after losing to Jussier Formiga. Like if you see there, he's 3-4 in his last 7, but he's getting a UFC shot because he was supposed to fight Zagauskas on short notice. That fell through. So then he is that fell through. So then he ended up keeping his UFC contract, and now he's going to be fighting Joshua Van. But he's got 8 submissions, 3 TKOs. He trains at Fight Ready and then with the Pitbull brothers. So he's got a good camp. Decent long kickboxing. He's got good spinning kicks and back fists. I don't know if that'll help him very much here. He's got pretty good jiu-jitsu. He's got a jumping arm triangle that he does kind of like Jimmy Flick hit Durden with. And he's got a decent armbar off his back. But his wrestling doesn't seem that great. He has fought some decent competition on the regional scene where he was fighting some Russian fighters a couple of years ago. He lost to him, but he's putting up pretty decent fights there. But yeah, man, just well-rounded. He's pretty dangerous. But Joshua Van, dude, I love this kid. 22 years old. Some of the best boxing you're going to see in MMA, man. His jab is phenomenal. His jab is amazing. He hits hard with it. He throws it out there. He uses it a lot. He'll hit you with 3 jabs in a row, Then he comes over with that 1-2 double jab, straight right, man. This kid, and he hits hard. He works the body with hooks. Super tough, super durable. We see him take big leg kicks. We've seen him take big punches in his last shot where he fought another very, very, very tough Peruvian fighter in Kevin Borjas. And he was able to go toe-to-toe with the dude that is known for his cardio and toughness himself. And Joshua Van took over in that second and third round and really threw a beating on him, man. I think the Van's very dangerous. I think he's very good. Felipe Bunes, he's only been finished twice by submission. He's very durable as far as his striking goes, but this could be the first time that he gets finished, man. He's a 34-year-old making his debut in the UFC. Because the camp that he comes from, he's coming out of Fight Ready in that. But I think he gets beat up here. I think that Joshua Van is able to stop the grappling. His grappling looked good against Z and Borjas. And I think that he's able to beat up Bunes. I think that his jab and his boxing are going to be just too much. He can go to the body on Bunes. Bunes a little older, a little taller, a little skinnier. And I think Van can hurt him. And I think he finishes him by TKO in that second or third round, man. His forward pressure, jab, all that's amazing. Give me Joshua Van. And I think that he can actually get the finish in that third round or second, man. Borjas was super tough, and he was throwing a beating on Borjas. Most guys would have got finished in that fight. He almost finished Z, and Master Z is nobody easy to finish, so I got him all day. Very, very good up-and-coming prospect. Next fight is in the men's welterweight division. We got Matheus Semelsberger versus Preston Parsons. Matheus Semelsberger is coming in on short notice, but he did have about 3 weeks for this fight to know in advance. 11-6, currently sitting at minus 130. 31 years old, 6'1" with the 75-inch reach. Preston Parsons is 10-4, currently sitting at plus 110. 28 years old, 5'11" with the 72-inch reach. So you see Semelsberger is 2 inches taller with 3 inches of reach. And he's a big dude, but man, all he has is power in his hands. And it's not, I wouldn't call it KO power. He's got like knockdown power because he's knocked down pretty much every person he's fought in the UFC, but he just doesn't get him out of there. I mean, he's going to get Martin Sano out of there, and he's going to get Jason Witt out of there because that's what people do. But he couldn't get Carlos Minus out of there, Chaos Williams, Fletcher, Moreno, Jake Matthews, Wells, or Eurosmetic. Even though he dropped every single one of them people except Chaos Williams, he wasn't able to get him out of there, man. He's got okay wrestling. Like I said, he's got a freaking powerful a piston for a right hand, right? He drops everyone, can't finish him, throws power in every strike and tends to slow down by the middle of the second round. like he did against Moreno. He kind of slowed down against Wells, man. He just kept dropping Wells. He dropped him in every single round, and then Wells would take him down and hold him down because that's his kryptonite. He can be taken down. He can be held down. He got TKO'd bad by Euros Medic in that last fight where he's hit with that spinning back fist of ground strikes. He almost had Medic out of there a couple times, but he just doesn't – he's not able to finish. He hurt Jake Matthews in each and every round, couldn't finish him. But yeah, man, he's just got a powerful right hand, a decent left hook. He's very tough, very durable, decent cardio, and he's a big dude, man. But he's fighting Preston Parsons here. Not really high on either of these guys, neither of them. I mean, Matt Semelsberger has some of the worst fight IQ. He kept hurting Euros Medic, and then he would just follow him to the ground and try to finish him there. He should have just had him get back up and knock him out. But, yeah, Preston Parsons, man, we've seen him fight in the UFC a couple times. He's got that win over Evan Elder, who fought up a weight class on short notice. And his other two fights didn't go his way against Daniel Rodriguez. He could have won that Trevin Giles fight. That was very close. Kind of thought he won it. They had really good wrestling, grappling exchanges in that fight, some decent striking. But the dude has forward pressure is amazing, and he's constantly wrestling, grappling, doing something, working on your cardio. He has been knocked out a couple times. That's the only thing I really don't like about him. He's got 2 TKO losses, and I believe he's been submitted 1 time. But he's a big, strong kid. He uses his grappling game. He sticks to it, and this is a really tough fight to call, to be honest. I'm going to go with Semelsberger just for the fact that I don't think that Parsons is going to be able to do much on the feet, man. But I have no faith in the Semelsberger pick because I don't have faith in Semelsberger. So I'm going to say Semelsberger. I'm going to say gets it done by KO. But this fight could also go under the 2.5 round mark. I don't know what it'll be set at, but Preston Parsons has a really good submission game. He's got 10 wins with 9 submissions. And then, like I said, he's been KO'd a couple times. Matt Semelsberger, I don't know if he's ever been submitted. He's got 1 submission loss back in the day. But, yeah, back in 2017. But his jiu-jitsus look decent on the ground against people like Jeremiah Wells, who has pretty good jiu-jitsu. Jake Matthews didn't even try to get him down, and Alex Morono. So I'm going to take Semelsberger. I'm going to say that he survived some first-round grappling and is able to either get that first-round TKO or second-round TKO. But no faith in that. No faith in either one of them guys. I wouldn't want to have my money anywhere near that fight. Next fight is in the men's bantamweight division. We got Marcus McGee versus Gaston Balanos. Man, this is going to be a banger. Marcus McGee is 8-1, currently sitting at -260, 33 years old, 5'8" with the 69-inch reach. Gaston, the Dream Killer Balanos, is 7-3, currently sitting at +200, 5'7" with the 69-inch reach. He's 31 years old. So you see, McGee's going to be 1 inch taller, but everything else is pretty much even. Man, this is going to be a banger because Marcus McGee is a striker with some grappling, and Gaston Balanos is a crazy Muay Thai kickboxing guy that's fought over the world. Glory, got big Muay Thai fights. So Marcus McGee, man, he's got powerful striking. He's got super powerful striking. Southpaw. So, you know, most guys aren't used to dealing with the southpaws. Balanos is going to be because he's fought everywhere around the world in striking. But he's got an excellent power in his hands. He's got a powerful left head kick that he throws it up to the leg, the head, the body, works everything, but usually only with the left leg. He's got really good takedown defense because you can see he's very explosive. He's very strong. Doesn't use his offensive grappling too much. When he got that submission over Journey Newsom is because Journey kept trying to take him down, and then he ended up dropping Journey, and Journey went to the ground. He kind of just gave up the rear naked choke. But that's his only submission win. He's really not a submission guy. He's really not a wrestler, to be honest. I mean, he wants to strike, and all the fights that I've seen was people taking him down or wanting to take him down. So, but he's very explosive, very powerful. He can knock you out with the hands or the legs. He's got really good cardio, and he's got good forward pressure. Gaston Balanos, like I said, phenomenal kickboxing and Muay Thai, man. Powerful, world-class striking. Like he's got crazy flying knees, crazy spinning back fists. He's got crazy knockouts with him. KO power and a straight right. He's got good kicks with both legs to the body, head, and legs. Great cardio. He's got pretty improved submission defense. You see he's 7-3, but that's because he started fighting in Bellator right after coming out of the kickboxing and Muay Thai scene, and he got a couple of submission losses, you know, a triangle loss, and they're not to high-level competition, but this was like 5 years ago, you know, so he's gotten a lot better since then. He looked a lot better against Aaron Phillips when they went to the ground. This fight is going to be really, 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 really good. I want to pick Gaston Balanos because I think it's going to be a striking match. I think he's going to be the better striker. but I'm going to pick McGee because I think even in the striking match that McGee can mix in some grappling and at least land a takedown and get some control time if he needs to, because the striking is going to be pretty even with both of these guys. They're both throwing power. They're both super tough, but I think McGee can mix in the wrestling and grappling to maybe steal some rounds. But I think this fight gets finished one way or another. In this small cage, both of these dudes throw power, and I think one of them gets the other one out of there. But give me Marcus McGee, but I'm just looking at the under in that. I'm looking at violence in that fight, to be honest. Next fight is in the men's heavyweight division. We got Andrei, 45-year-old Arvlovski versus Waldo Cortes-Acosta. Andrei Arvlovski, 34-22, currently sitting at plus 400. 44 years old, 11 months and 1 week and 2 days, man. This guy is almost going to be 45 when the fight starts. 6'3", 77-inch reach. Waldo Salsa Boy Cortes-Acosta is 10-1, currently sitting at minus 500. 32 years old, 6'4" with the 78-inch reach. So you see everything's about even. Costa's just a little bigger and a lot younger. Andrei Arvlovski, decent point kickboxing. You know, he still can throw a little bit of power in that right hand to kind of keep guys off him, but he ain't hurt nobody. He isn't finishing anybody. And he's kind of looked, you know, really washed in his last couple fights. Against Dante Mays, who's not good, he was able to land a couple decent shots on Dante in the first round, but you could tell Dante was starting to hit him with big shots in the first round and then finally finished him in the second. Marcos Rogerio de Lima was able to hit him with a big shot, drop him, take and then get on top and choke him out shortly after in the first round. And before that, you know, he was just winning split decisions over, you know, guys that really aren't UFC quality. Jay Collier, Vendera, Felipe, Chase Sherman. I don't think all four of them guys are in the UFC anymore. Maybe Collier, but I doubt it. But like I said, he there for a couple years. You know, he was able to fight these lower level guys and win these point striking battles. I don't think that's going to work here against Waldo Cortes-Acosta. Man, this dude has phenomenal boxing. He's always throwing. He's throwing with a lot more power recently, which I really like. Super fast hands for a heavyweight, man. You've seen in his last fight, actually hit a dude with the elbow. He hit Bresky with the elbow and then just knocked him out cold when Bresky's brain got wobbled. But against De Lima, man, this showed me that Waldo Cortes-Acosta is one of the toughest, most durable humans on earth, because this is his kryptonite, is leg kicks, right? But he's never got finished by leg kicks. All these dudes hit him with leg kicks. And when I tell you Rogerio de Lima has some of the hardest leg kicks in the heavyweight division, and he probably ate about 40 of them, the hardest leg kicks you could take from Rogerio de Lima, and never even really showed crazy pain, and still was fighting to the end where he had de Lima hurt in the third round, almost got him out of there. But before that, man, his boxing, his cardio, his toughness, everything's checking out, and he's only getting better each and every fight. The great thing is Arvlovski doesn't really throw leg kicks, and he's definitely not just going to come in here and start throwing all these leg kicks, because people that do throw leg kicks against Cortes-Acosta pay for it. He shoots straight punches right down the middle and makes them pay for it. And I think that he beats Arvlovski. I think that with the heat he was throwing against Bresky, if he throws that here against Arvlovski, I think he gets him out of there, man. Arvlovski was showing a decent bit of durability for a couple years, but, you know, all that's been out the window these last two fights. And his last 4 losses are all finished losses, you know. So I'm taking Waldo Cortes-Acosta to get the finish in the second or third round here. I think that his pressure, his big strikes are just going to be too much for Arvlovski at this age. Next fights in the men's lightweight division. We got Jim Miller versus Gabriel Benitez. Jim A10 Miller, 36-17, currently sitting at plus 105. He's 40 years old, 5'8" with the 71-inch reach. Gabriel Mowgli Benitez is 23-10, currently sitting at minus 125, 35 years old, 5'8" with the 71-inch reach. So you see everything's pretty even, except, you know, Gabriel Benitez is 5 years younger. But I would say that even though Miller has like the most fights in the UFC and all that, Benitez might have more miles on him just because of the way he's been finished and knocked out cold, and took a lot of damage in all his fights. Jim Miller, well-rounded vet, man. His striking's getting a lot better. He used to be more grappling with okay striking, but now he's been showing, you know, his striking's phenomenal with crazy power. He's finished his last 4 wins, last 5. I mean, he's finished he's finished almost all of his wins. If you look, he's got 26 wins by finish out of his 40 wins. So he's just a savage, dude. But his hands, he used to just finish guys by submission, but you see 3 of his last 4 wins are by knockout. He knocked out Nikolas Motta, guillotine Donald Cerrone, knocked out Butler, and he knocked out Gonzalez. If you see here, His losses are a little bit higher level grappler type guys that could hang with his grappling. Joe Selecki, Vince Pichel, both of them very, very close fights. But before that, you'll see a theme here. Roosevelt Roberts, armbar, Clay Guida, guillotine, Jason Gonzalez, rear naked choke, round 1. Eric Gonzalez, overhand left. Nikolas Motta. What do you notice about these guys? These guys are all lower level guys, step downs in competition, where he's able to use his southpaw boxing to hurt guys. He's got a phenomenal left head kick. And then when he doesn't, he can take him down and submit him if he wants to, man. Gabriel Benitez, this guy is a lifelong 145er. He was getting finished at 145 all the time, knocked out cold by Onama, finished by Quarantillo. Didn't get finished by Morales because Morales is one of the most boring fighters ever that never finished anybody, but he still lost to Omar Morales. He got knocked out by Sodiq Youssef. This guy has been finished 6 times. 4 KO losses, and he's been finished 3 out of his last 4 by KO. And some of them are bad, man. David Onama knocked him out cold. He did have that win when he came up to 155 over Charlie Ontiveros, but what are we really talking about there? He was able to take Ontiveros down and beat him up on the ground, which is not going to happen here. I don't really see where Gabriel Benitez wins this fight. He's got pretty good leg kicks. Jim Miller has really good leg kicks. Gabriel Benitez has pretty good hands. Jim Miller has better hands, in my opinion, with more power. I think Jim Miller beats Gabriel Benitez on the feet anywhere it goes, and I think that he's got better wrestling and way better jiu-jitsu than Gabriel Benitez. Benitez has always been known as basically a leg-kicking guy. He doesn't have a quality win in his whole career. Charlie Ontiveros, Justin James, Humberto Bonderay, Jason Knight, Sam Cecilia, Clay Clowlard's a decent win. But other than that, he's getting beat by Feely, Barzola, Sadiq Youssef, Morales, Quarantillo, Onama. Anytime he jumps up to a quality fighter, he's getting beat. Give me Jim A10 Miller, and I think he finishes him inside 2 rounds. So, and I'm pretty damn confident about that. I don't know how Jim Miller's the underdog there. It doesn't make any sense. Like, Benitez hasn't done anything to be a favorite there. Next fight is in the men's 185-pound division. We got Phil Hawes versus Bruno Ferreira. Phil Hawes is 12-5, currently sitting at plus 105. 35 years old, 6 foot with a 77.5-inch reach. Bruno Ferreira is 10-1, currently sitting at minus 125. 5'10" with a 72-inch reach. Very hard fight to cap, man. Both these guys are kind of untrustworthy. They've both been knocked out cold recently. Phil Hawes, man, has all the talent in the world. He has the gift of all the talent in the world and the curse of no chin, man. And I don't know if it's no chin or if he's just getting hit by really, dudes that hit really hard. Ikram Aliskerov obviously hits really hard. Roman Dolidze hits super hard. And Chris Curtis hits super hard. And we're all 3 dudes that can knock out anybody on this earth, in my opinion, if they hit him right. But when he's fighting other dudes that aren't knocking him out, he's doing good. He's got the win over Nasruddin Mavov. Kyle Dawkins knocked out Jacob Malkoun, which is a really good win in under a minute. And but yeah, man, he's been KO'd in 3 of his last 3 losses, and they're all first-round KOs, and they're all very bad. I mean, Chris Curtis KO'd him. He hurt him to the face and then hit him with the body shot with the knee to end up finishing him. But, man, they all look bad. Excellent college wrestling, pretty good jiu-jitsu, heavy on top, good ground and pound, excellent striking, man. He throws a ton of volume, and he's really got some of the best striking you're going to see. He throws excellent combinations. The thing is he throws so many combinations, he starts feeling himself that he gets hit in the middle of them combinations. That's what Chris Curtis did to him. That's what Ikram did to him. I mean, he doesn't have the chin to hold up with his striking style. He needs to just change his game a little bit and just go back to completely just wrestling people. That's what he does good. But Bruno Ferreira, if you watch this dude, man, he's an explosive switch stance striker. Had that knockout win over Gregory Rodriguez on short notice, had the knockout win over Leon Alou on the Contender Series, and then got knocked out by a short notice replacement fighter in Ruzibayev. Got counter right to ground and pound, threw a naked leg kick, got punched right in the face, went to sleep. But he's good, man. He's got really excellent striking. He seems to have good takedown offensive and pretty good defensive takedown and pretty good jiu-jitsu. Gregory Rodriguez was able to take him down. He was able to scramble and get right back up to his feet and then land that big knockout punch, which he's always throwing power. Everything he does is looking for the knockout. This is going to be a good fight while it lasts. Man, dude, it's just that I've been burnt with Phil Hawes so many times with his chin that I just cannot pick him. I cannot pick him in good faith. I do think he can win this fight because I think that he could come out and outstrike Ferreira, and I think that he could out-grapple him because Ferreira looked like he got tired within 3 minutes on Gregory Rodriguez. Looked like he was a little tired and then landed that knockout shot. None of his fights, all 11 of his fights, have none of them's ever went past the second round. You know, all of them are ended in the first round with only one going 12 seconds into the second round. Look at that. He's got this one that went a minute into the second round. So I like the under in this fight. I say Brunno Ferreira gets the knockout, but if you don't, Phil Hawes can knock him out, man. They're both going to be throwing heat in this little cage, and we'll see. We'll see. Give me Brunno Ferreira by knockout, but no faith in it. Just be looking at the under. Next fight is in the 135-pound division. Ricky Simón versus Mario Bautista. Ricky Simón is currently sitting at -155, 31 years old, 5'6" with a 70-inch reach. Mario Bautista is 13-2, currently sitting at +130, 30 years old, 5'9" with a 69-inch reach. Ricky Simón, man, coming off a tough loss to Yadong Song. He just could not take him down, and Song has better striking. And Song's very well-rounded, very strong, big, explosive kid. And he took that loss. But before that, man, he was on a 5-fight win streak with finish wins over Jack Shore, Rafael Sunsao. Looked really good against Brian Kelleher, man. This kid's good. He's got phenomenal cardio, excellent wrestling, good jiu-jitsu, good striking. He's got power in his hands. He's got good kick, good leg kicks, and he mixes it all in. Very, very good. Striking, he'll shoot and he'll chain wrestle. He's got relentless chain wrestling, and like I said, when he gets guys to the ground, he's heavy on top, and then he can just keep doing it and go hard for 3 rounds. You seen he had a 3rd round finish over Merab Dvalishvili. This kid's good, man. He's good. He's just had some really tough fights. But yeah, man, he's getting kind of a step down in competition here. You see he's number 11 in the world. He's fighting number 30 or 23 Mario Bautista, and if you go look, man, Bautista's kind of had some easy fights in the UFC, you know, like through his whole career. Had that loss to Corey Sandhagen in his opening fight, but then got the win over Jinsu Son, and then had that nice win over Miles Johns, got knocked out by Trevin Jones in a fight he was winning to get knocked out. But after that, I mean, what gives anybody any faith that he can beat Ricky Simón when he's got wins over Jay Perrin, Brian Kelleher, Benito Lopez, Guido Canetti, and Damon Blackshear? You know what I mean? Like, that's not really the best caliber of fighters. The Damon Blackshear win was nice, but that was Blackshear on like 6 days notice after he just fought like a couple weeks before that, or a couple of the week before that. And I still thought he lost that fight. If you go watch that fight, I thought Damon Blackshear won the 1st and the 2nd round. And the 3rd round was even close, but it gave unanimous to Bautista. But man, that was very close. But he does have good striking. You know, he's got excellent long boxing, kickboxing. He's got good stepping and flying knees. That's what he got Miles John with. Decent wrestling. But, I mean, I've seen Guido Canetti reverse him and take him down. He does have good clinch elbows, clinch knees. He's very tough. I've seen Jay Perrin get the better of him in the wrestling too, but he was able to, you know, get back up and win the clinch exchanges and the striking. But he's a well-rounded, tough fighter, but I really don't see where he's better than Ricky Simón anywhere in this fight. Even in the striking, where he does have pretty decent flying knees and he's tall and long, Ricky Simón has a longer reach. I think he has way more power in his hands, and I think he has the way better wrestling. I think he's going to be able to mix it all in excellently on Mario Bautista. I think he gets a dominant win here. I think he wears on Bautista and beats him up standing up, maybe even drops him like he did Jack Shore, and then just beats him up on the ground. But I do know that he's going to out-wrestle Bautista, and I know he's got the cardio to keep it up all 3 rounds. As long as he stays safe and doesn't get finished, he's going to beat Mario Bautista. So give me Ricky Simón by 3rd round or decision win over Bautista. I'm pretty confident in that. Next fight is in the men's co-main event. We got the rematch between Matheus Nicolau and Manel Kape. Matheus Nicolau is 19-3-1, currently sitting at +165. He's 31 years old, 5'6" with a 66-inch reach. Manel Kape is 19-6, currently sitting at -220, 30 years old, 5'5" with a 68-inch reach. So you see Nicolau is 1 inch taller, but Kape has 2 inches of reach. And this is going to be a good fight. Nicolau, man, he's got really good counter striking. He just skirts along the outside and waits for you to come in, and then he hits you with a big counter shot. And he's very low output, but it seems to work really well. He's got good takedowns. He landed 2 takedowns on Manel Kape in the first round, or in the first fight, and even had one in the 3rd round, and looked pretty good in that first fight. But Manel Kape, man, was a whole different fighter back then. But Matheus Nicolau, like I said, pretty good wrestling, really good jiu-jitsu, heavy on top, has some pretty good subs. But he's got pretty good fight IQ, man. He's, like I said, he skirts around the outside, lands shots when he can, tries to mix in the takedowns, and steal really, really close decisions. If you go look at him, other than the Matt Schnell and then get knocked out by Brandon Royval, before that he had 1, 2, 3, 4 fights go to decision, and they were all pretty close fights. David Dvorak, Tim Elliott, and the Manel Kape, all three were super, super close. Like I said, well-rounded, good counter striking, pulls guys into his punches, and then mixes in the takedowns well. Manel Kape, man, this dude is a savage, dude. His boxing, him and Josh Fan have some of the best boxing in MMA, period. Both of them are at 125. Both of them, if they just did boxing from a kid and until now, could be professional boxers, no doubt in my mind. They're both durable. They both got excellent jabs, and they work the body well, and they got power in both hands. And they're super fast. Like Joshua Van and Manel Kape, hopefully we'll fight one day. You know, Van needs a couple more years of experience, but when they do fight, we're going to see the best boxing match I think we've ever seen in the UFC. But Manel Kape, man, serious power in both hands. He stepped up the aggression. Their first fight, he wasn't near as aggressive. He took that fight, fought him 1 month. He fought Pantoja, came into the UFC on short notice, fought Pantoja and lost. Then took the fight with Matheus Nicolau 1 month later on short notice again and still did good. I thought he won the fight, but he's got phenomenal boxing, KO power in both hands, works the body really, really well. Super dangerous when he throws in combo. He had Matheus Nicolau hurt a couple times in that fight. Super dangerous, excellent cardio, very, very, very durable. That's the big difference in this fight. Manel Kape is super durable, man. He's willing to take one to give one because he knows he hits way, way harder. And I think in this fight, man, he's going to actually get the finish over Nicolau. Nicolau is hard to finish, but he has been KO'd 2 times. And I think that Manel Kape, man, where last time he wasn't as aggressive, he's more worried about the grappling and that. I think this time he's got the better wrestling. Like I think he's improved that much. And then I like his aggression. When he came in, his 2 losses that he took was to Pantoja and Nicolau, and he barely threw anything. It was like he was just so low output, and I don't know what was going on. But since then, man, he's been putting together fire performances, and I think that he gets this win here, and I think that he takes Nicolau out, and I think he keeps moving up towards one more fight to a title fight, man, and possibly 2024. You know, this kid is tough. Keep your eyes on Manel Kape. Last final fight is the men's main event in the 205-pound division, the rematch between Magomed Ankalaev and Johnny Walker. They fought a couple months ago in Abu Dhabi. Ankalaev hit him with that illegal knee. The fight was ruled no contest, so now we get the 5-round rematch in the small cage in the Apex. So, man, there's a lot of stuff going on there. But Ankalaev is 18-1-1, currently sitting at -550, 31 years old, 6'3", with a 75-inch reach. Johnny Walker's 21-7. Currently sitting at +400, 31 years old, 6'6", with an 82-inch reach. So you see Johnny Walker's huge, 3 inches taller with 7 inches of reach. Magomed Ankalaev is a super technical southpaw kickboxer from Dagestan that also has wrestling in his back pocket if he needs to use it, with pretty good jiu-jitsu, and he's heavy on top. You've seen against Jan Blachowicz. But, man, his striking, his technical kickboxing is phenomenal. Like I said, southpaw with super fast hands, excellent counter striking, fast left head kick. That's what he was able to hit Cutelaba with and hurt him in the first fight, and then finish him with the punches. He hasn't looked that dangerous. He's gone to decision in 3 of his last 4 wins. But man, you know, he's fighting some very dangerous guys, and he kind of just uses fight IQ and takes what he gives him. Takes what they give him. Against Anthony Smith, he was able to hurt his leg with leg kicks and then get him out of there on the ground. Thiago Santos, he was able to stay safe, fight smart, get that 5-round decision. Same thing with Uzumir and Krylov, man. But in all these fights, and with Cutelaba, he shows that he can mix in his grappling and his striking. He's very dangerous in both areas of the game. And he's a big dude with excellent cardio, excellent durability, and some of the best fight IQ in the game. Johnny Walker is an explosive madman that throws crazy power with every single thing he does. It doesn't matter if he's punching, throwing spinning elbows, flying knees, throwing head kicks, all that. He's doing it with and trying to hurt you, you know. Had that boring fight over Anthony Smith where he got the win, but, you know, didn't really do much, but did what he had to do to get the win. Then before that, man, he finished Paul Craig in an explosive fashion with the right cross, hit him with hammer fist when Craig tried to grab his leg, and he just put Craig out. Same thing with Ian Cutelaba, who came out very hard, took him down a couple times. He got up and then took Cutelaba down and then choked him out, which showed that he has good cardio, his very improved ground game. I've been very, very impressed with his ground game. He got knocked out by Jamal Hill, but that's what happens. Fought a decent fight against Thiago Santos. But the dude is super explosive, power in everything he does, explosive flying knees, crazy clinch elbows. That's what he took Khalil Roundtree out with clinch elbow. Very powerful leg kicks that we've seen Magomed Ankalaev is kind of prone to taking and not being able to check. He landed a couple in the first fight before it was the no contest. Ankalaev took them big ones against Blachowicz. So I think that could be maybe a little factor in this fight. This fight's crazy. I'm going to take Ankalaev. I'm actually going to take Ankalaev by decision. I don't know if he finishes Johnny Walker. I think he uses a lot more wrestling in this fight than most people are used to. And Johnny Walker is going to be dangerous throughout, man. When Magomed Ankalaev in the first fight hit Johnny Walker with that body shot and Johnny Walker faked like he was hurt, and then Ankalaev went in for the finish, Johnny Walker threw one of those sickest knees I've ever seen in UFC. So big, jumped up through that giant knee, and it came that close to Magomed's face, man, and almost put him out of there. So that was pretty crazy. But as long as Ankalaev doesn't get KO'd by Johnny Walker, I think that he uses grappling and very good striking and gets a decision win here. I don't think he finishes Johnny Walker. So give me Magomed Ankalaev to get the decision win in the small cage on the rematch. But it should be an excellent fight, man. I really appreciate everybody that's watching this. Please smash that like button. Please leave me a W. Leave me anything you want, blood money, just to help the algorithm, help your boys' channel grow. 2024 is going to be the biggest, best year in the history of Blood Money MMA bets, plus 100 units. So also, everybody check out my Layer Cake Patreon, $10 a month. That's going to get you all my early picks. It's going to get you my early bets. It's going to get you my Layer Cake Patreon. It's going to get you my 10 best bets in order of confidence and all kinds of other extra content there. I'm about to drop this video there about 12 hours early to let them guys get a look at it. I don't always do that, but I'm going to do it for this one because we got a lot of time before I need to get this out. But I appreciate everybody, man. I appreciate all you guys. I will see you guys here soon. Shout out.